This is episode 3 of the Ranch Rivershine No Competitions Challenge. This episode will cover week 3, or, I'll explain when I get to it. Ranch of Rivershine has this great feature where you can change the game's mode to story mode, meaning you don't have to actually complete any competition quests. And this is great for my purposes because it's a way to make the game a bit more challenging. There are quests that you quote-unquote complete where you earn money for doing competitions, but we immediately spend those earnings on carrots, so that way we're not cheating or anything. Now, without further ado, let's get into week 3 of the No Competitions Challenge. Hello, little baby! I'm going to pet you. There's a new competition. And wild horses, which is what I've been waiting for. I think that summarizes how I felt starting day 15 pretty perfectly. I was really excited to finally get our hands on some new coats and not just the same blacks, chestnuts, bays, and maybe the occasional flaxen. I started the day on Oath and went straight over to town to talk to Madeleine about a competition quest, and immediately spent that competition quest money on carrots as per usual. After purchasing my carrots, I ran over to Crystal Lake for the first time to speak with Daphne. For me to wear. I think she's like the cutest in-game character model-wise. She's so cute. I don't want to buy any clothes. Guys, who's out here paying $300 for... It smells like somebody's cooking something in this house, but like I can't actually tell if they are or aren't. So yes, after much standing around and looking at things, I didn't end up buying any clothes. Instead, I went home and spent a good chunk of time training Oath a bit more. After training Oath, I hopped on Olive and excitedly raced over to the pine forest to finally get a look at the new wild horses. Oh, I see one really good one. My goal is to get a stallion here, but if we have to get a mare, we'll get a mare. It is what it is. But I really want to get a stallion because little Miss Girl has been sitting and doing nothing in the paddock for days. I scouted the options, and it did look like there was one Tobiano, a couple of buckskin and smoky cream type horses as well. But ultimately, I decided they were a little bit too plain for my taste, and I looked at this Tobiano instead. I spent some time getting a closer look and waited patiently for a Twitch poll to end. Can you please lift your head up? Calm Riddle. That's actually really cute. Yes! 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 It's a stallion, thank God. I was thrilled that this horse was a stallion. My plan was to breed him with Ocean, hopefully. Immediately after adopting him, I went home and got him set up in a new outfit to train in. After getting him all set up, I trotted on over to the town so I could sell some of my excess items and also use that newly earned money to purchase some new tack instead. After getting some new tack, I went home and made a new outfit for him and spent some time training that evening. And after training Riddle for a bit, I went to the fertility pasture and paired up Ocean and Riddle. It's always really exciting breeding your first foal on a Rivershine save. And that concludes everything I did on day 15. Wait, you didn't actually think I'd show you day 16, did you? So all of the footage from this series is streamed on Twitch first, and they have the footage saved up to 14 days, and then if you need to save anything longer than that, you can just manually publish it yourself. And somehow, some way, I didn't save the footage from one of these streams in time, and it got deleted. And due to this, I am missing day 16 and 17. So we're gonna pretend like 16 and 17 were the most productive, amazing days ever, and I will, try to piece together what happened on those days. But we're gonna start now on day... So it looks like on day 18, we start out with a note that we're going to be opening the Rocky Mountain Trail next, and there's also wild horses in the Lupine Meadow, which of course we're excited for. Guys, if the stream ends, it means my internet blew up, and I will be back. So based on the interior of the barn, I am guessing that we sold Oath on a previous day, And it looks like we still have Olive, and we do still have Riddle. Ocean is definitely pregnant by this point, and Riddle's tameness also seems to be pretty high, which means we've spent a decent bit of time riding him. I ran over to town on Riddle in order to talk to Madeline about opening the Rocky Mountain Trail. The Rocky Mountain Trail is important because we'll gain access to pumpkins and also dapple-colored horses once we build the corral for it. I ran over to Jai next. Do y'all see him? He is coming outside to look at me. Jai, you are a freak. I was gonna say Cal art style, but it's not Cal art style. It's like...
Buddy, what are you looking at? Hello?
You could make actually a really good meme format out of this, I'm not even gonna lie. I did eventually stop pointing and laughing and did actually buy the Rocky Mountain Trail. And after purchasing that, I looked at how much the wild horse pen costed, and I just about keeled over and died. I love the little chicken. Hello, little chicken.
I know where you live, little chicken. I will find you, little chicken.
I was having a very jolly time on stream that day, so I was being a bit silly. I did eventually go do something productive, which was run around Crystal Lake looking for chests and other forageable items. I also eventually went home, swapped over to Olive, and spent some time looking for the new types of forageable items in the Rocky Mountain area. It was pretty late in the day at this point, and I nearly forgot that there were wild horses at Lupine Meadow, so I speedily ran home to go get Riddle so I could go find them. I scouted out the available horses, and it looked like most of them were pretty standard bay, black, and chestnut colors without any splash markings, which was kind of unfortunate. Thankfully, there was this one black splash that I decided to take a look at. Hello, how are you doing, Pookie? This is actually so sad. Okay, Stealthy Eagle, chat. Stealthy Eagle. We're about to... Why did I shake my head like that? Hello? I ended up adopting Stealthy Eagle, and she was a cute 15-3 pearl black splash mare who was healthy, which was great. And that concluded day 18. On day 19, I got an invitation to visit Orion at the horse salon. I went out to take care of the horses and took a look at Stealthy Eagle to decide on her new tack look. Chat. Should I do this? After acquiring my first unicorn, I took care of the other horses as well. I then immediately ran over to the Rocky Mountain area. Unless you're like, I don't know, y'all. I got a bit distracted by the wildlife and then eventually refocused and headed over to the hairstylist. Guys, do not spend excessive amounts of money on hairstyles, okay? Don't be going to the salon and paying $5,000 so you can learn- Wait! Paying $20 to learn how to buzz cut my horse's hair. Yes, sir. I did eventually get out of horse mane style shopping purgatory and went back to town. Hello? Oh. Dude, they always do this! First it was Jai watching the paint dry, and now it's George literally trying to have a staring contest with this freaking door. Like, what are you doing? I ended up buying a couple things from George, and then went home and spent some time training Riddle. Guys, should I shave her hair off? I'm kind of thinking about it. I'm so sorry for doing that to you. What if I... That kind of helps, right? She looks so ugly! I'm so sorry. Oh my god. After questioning my stylistic choices, I took Stealthy Eagle for her first ever ride. I went through town and headed over to the Rocky Mountain area, and I spent a really good amount of time on this day just foraging for items here. And after acquiring a good haul, I decided to head home. Okay, so Stealthy Eagle hates me and is very averted to looking at me. She pinned her ears! OMG. Do you hate me? Do these horses blink? Oh yeah. And that just about concluded my day 19 events. On day 20, I got a quest talking about flower dyes with Orion. I also got a quest with River to learn about the round pen on my ranch, and I also got the glowing statues quest. I took care of my horses in the morning and decided to head out on Riddle. I rode around town for a little bit and I ended up going over to Day's tack shop for a minute. Yes. Yes. Why does this cost $7,000? Why does that cost $5,500? After complaining about inflation, I went over to River and she told me that my round pen was now usable on my ranch. I headed over to the Rocky Mountain area so I could speak to Orion about the horse mane dyes. And although I spoke to him about the mane dyes, I also spent a good bit of money again on horse mane and tail styles. After that, I went to Madeline and spoke about the glowing statues, and then I went home and rode around on Stealthy Eagle for a little bit. I worked on her training in the arena for a while, and that's pretty much how I concluded my 20th day in Rancho Rivershine. On day 21, we got a festival quest with Aisha, and we also got a quest with Day regarding one of the statues. Immediately after taking care of the horses, I hopped on Stealthy Eagle and headed over to the festival to check what was going on. This one kind of looks like Sanami, but not really. It's not him. Just one round. Oh, on stream, you mean? This horse is so fun. Except you're really expensive. So, hot obsidian. Quick lion. This is actually so cute. My horse is... Did y'all see that? She tried to just walk herself into the auction house. Miss Girl, do you hate me that bad? Wow. I didn't buy any horses, but I did end up going over to Day and purchasing some of the festival exclusive tack, and then I went over to Aisha. Oh, wait, guys, look. We got some little chickens. After just barely scrounging up the money, I was able to purchase 2 chickens. I immediately went home and went out to the field to say hi to them. After saying hi to the chickens, I spent a bit of time playing around with my new round pen. This is arguably one of the best training resources in the game, but I definitely don't use it as much as I probably should. After training Stealthy Eagle for a while, I hopped on Riddle and spent a good bit of time with him in the arena as well. After I depleted his energy to 0, I ended up concluding my day here, and that is all I did on day 21.